Hello, welcome to the Holiday Stress Management presentation. My name is Pamela Krutkevich, and I'm the Senior Health Promotion Specialist at SummaCare, and I will be your host. During this presentation, we will learn about the importance of managing stress during events and holidays by learning tips to prepare for and cope with stress. Here are the 8 dimensions of wellness. While all dimensions of wellness need our attention, there doesn't have to be balance among all dimensions at a given time. Instead, the goal is to find harmony with the dimensions that are most authentic to you in the moment. This presentation will focus on the emotional, physical, and social domains. The emotional domain focuses on our understanding of ourselves and the ability to experience and cope with feelings independently and interpersonally. The physical domain focuses on adopting healthy habits and avoiding or minimizing risky behaviors. The social domain focuses on connecting with your community and the people around you. By connecting with others, establishing supportive social networks, developing meaningful relationships, and creating safe and inclusive spaces. What is stress? It is the body's natural response to any situation that is new, frightening, or exciting. Stress can be felt in a variety of situations, but it is most recognized when we are feeling overwhelmed. The human body is designed to experience stress and react to it. Stress can be positive, known as eustress, such as getting a job promotion or being given greater responsibilities. Our health and performance improves as positive stress increases. Examples of positive stress may include a marriage, a promotion, winning money, meeting new friends, or participating or experiencing a graduation. Stress becomes negative, known as distress, when a person faces continuous challenges without relief or relaxation between those challenges. As a result, the person becomes overworked and stress-related tension builds. Our health and performance will deteriorate with increased distress. Examples of negative stress may include a divorce, a punishment, an injury, negative feelings, financial problems, or work difficulties. Keep in mind that people handle stressful situations differently. What stresses you out may be of little concern to someone else. The first step to managing your stress is to know the symptoms. However, recognizing stress symptoms may be harder than you think. Let's review how stress may affect your health. Emotional symptoms: agitation, irritability, feelings of frustration, being moody, having constant thoughts, feelings of not being in control, depression, feelings of insecurity, self-isolation, leading to loneliness. Physical symptoms: GI upset, joint and muscle pain, headaches, sweaty hands, rapid heartbeat, having a lack of energy, experiencing trouble sleeping, experiencing a weakened immune system. Cognitive symptoms: persistent worrying, being disorganized, having an inability to focus, making poor decisions, or experiencing negative thoughts. Behavioral symptoms: fidgeting, biting of one's nails, changes in appetite in either direction, inability to complete simple, easy tasks, procrastinating, experiencing substance abuse, and possibly neglecting responsibilities. Stress can be a short-term response to something that happened once or only a few times, or a long-term response to something that keeps happening. Our bodies can usually handle short-term stress without long-term effects. But long-term or chronic stress can make you sick, both mentally and physically. Many of us are so used to feeling stressed that we might not know it until we do get sick. Imagine waking up each morning feeling like a shadow of yourself, struggling to muster the energy to face the day. This is the reality for those affected by seasonal affective disorder, or SAD, a type of depression that follows a seasonal pattern. SAD typically occurs during the fall and winter months when daylight hours are shorter. Less commonly, some people experience SAD during the spring and summer months, but this is rare. SAD may emerge at any age. However, most cases do not begin until adulthood, so children with the condition will be rare. Certain groups of people may be more susceptible to SAD, such as women, people living in northern latitudes with long, dark winters, and those with a family history of depression or other mood disorders. During the colder months, a person experiencing SAD may be unable to work, go to school, and maintain responsibilities at home. Their relationships may struggle and their disposition will be less desirable. They may feel the urge to stay in bed most of the day and hibernate through the season. Let's review the causes of seasonal affective disorder. Lack of exposure to sunlight. SAD has been linked to a biochemical imbalance in the brain linked to days where we receive less sunlight exposure. Sunlight plays a critical role in our mental well-being and regulates our sleep schedule. A healthy sleep schedule is essential to having good mental health. Imbalances of serotonin, melatonin, and vitamin D. People with SAD have been found to have an imbalance of serotonin, which is a chemical in one's brain that affects mood. It's also been found that their bodies make too much melatonin, which regulates sleep, thus explaining why those with SAD sleep so much. They also do not produce enough vitamin D, which is essential for the body to function appropriately. While feeling a little down during winter is common, SAD symptoms are more severe and persistent. Here are some key signs to watch out for. Low mood and depression, feeling down, hopeless, or irritable for most of the day, nearly every day. With irritability or agitation, some people experience a loss of interest in activities or a lack of motivation or enjoyment in activities they once loved. In addition, there is typically a change in their sleep patterns with the onset of oversleeping or difficulty sleeping, leading to fatigue during the day. Changes in appetite and weight, increased cravings for carbohydrates, overeating, or weight gain. Low energy and lethargy, feeling sluggish and lacking the energy to get things done. Difficulty concentrating and focusing on tasks or making decisions. And last, social withdrawal, isolating oneself from friends and family. In some instances, people may experience thoughts of death or suicide. It's important to note that these symptoms can also be associated with other types of depression. If you're experiencing several of these symptoms for an extended period of time, it's crucial to consult a mental health professional for a proper diagnosis. You don't have to suffer through SAD and wait for warm weather. Instead, consider evaluating one of several treatment options to reduce seasonal affective disorder. Let's review 5 preferred methods of treatment for SAD. The preferred method of treatment for SAD is light therapy. Light therapy is a simple, safe, and effective method of replacing lost access to sunlight. For this reason, once you replace the light, you should start feeling better. The light mimics sunlight and helps reset your wake-sleep cycle. To avoid light interfering with sleep patterns, a light box should be used first thing in the morning, and it should be used for 20 to 30 minutes at a time for best results. Although light boxes are safe and effective to use, they are generally recommended only for those who have been clinically diagnosed with SAD. It's best to talk to your healthcare provider before beginning this type of treatment. Exercise produces feel-good chemicals like serotonin and endorphins, which can help fight depression. While exercise in a gym can be extremely helpful, getting outside for a quick run or a walk around the block can be even more beneficial. If you aren't into lifting weights or taking part in an exercise class, consider adding 30 to 60 minutes a day of walking into your regular routine. The important thing is to keep moving. Medication. Antidepressants are often an effective way to help combat SAD, especially if the symptoms are severe and other methods of treatment aren't working. Medications are also helpful if you are experiencing other forms of depression in addition to SAD. Discuss medication options with your healthcare provider. Some evidence supports the use of cognitive behavioral therapy for coping with seasonal depression. Cognitive behavioral therapy helps people identify negative thoughts and replace them with more positive ones. Individuals are taught that depression from SAD is not a choice, but an innate part of their behavior. As a result, the individual is taught to refocus negative energy by reading a book, spending time with friends, journaling, or taking up a new hobby. Make healthy lifestyle choices. Depression can often make you reach for unhealthy methods of coping, like overeating, choosing junk food over healthy foods, staying up too late, and drinking alcohol. When coping with SAD, start by eating a healthy diet, cut out sugar and caffeine, and abstain from drinking alcohol as much as possible. Be sure to schedule regular checkups with your healthcare provider. Consider taking up relaxation techniques such as yoga or meditation, and be sure you get a good night's sleep every night. SAD is often confused with the winter blues. However, both are different. Both are similar in symptoms, but SAD is more severe compared to the winter blues. With the winter blues, symptoms commonly include drowsiness, feeling lethargic, and having a lack of motivation. If the holidays sometimes leave you feeling overwhelmed and out of control, you're not alone. Try some of these tips to stay happy and healthy. Keep up healthy habits. Make a pact with yourself during the holidays to move more and do something active every day over the next 3 weeks. Start your days with a healthy breakfast, limit the sweets, and get at least 7 hours of sleep each night. Beware of seasonal sweets. The holidays present us with less than healthy treats. Prepare healthy snacks that are ready to eat when the urge to snack strikes. If you're hosting a holiday party, challenge yourself to prepare healthier food options. Stay active. Do not worry about missing a workout. Simply find a way to weave in a healthy activity into your day. Take time for yourself. Give yourself the gift of peace. If you need some downtime to recharge, declare a me treat and do something that you enjoy that relaxes you. And last, make a plan for the new year. It's a great time to reset for the new year. Lay out realistic, sustainable steps for the months ahead so that you can stick to your plan. Whether you're filled with holiday cheer or would prefer to skip a holiday, we can all agree that there are levels of stress that accompany the holidays. Here are some ways you can make them a little merrier and brighter with a few tips to help you protect your mental health during the holidays. First, accept imperfection. We live in a busy world where time isn't always our friend. Do what works for you, keeping your mental wellness in mind. Make a list, check it twice, and decide if there's anything you can remove. Next, don't lose sight of what really counts. What really counts will be different from person to person, whether that means spending time with family and friends, spending some much needed downtime at home, or focusing on the year ahead. Be present in the moment. Next, be kind. Be kind to others as well as yourself. We never know what any one person is going through. Receiving and giving kindness at any time of the year is beneficial to all involved, so don't hold back. Find time to decompress. Back to back events, shopping, keeping up with household chores and work demands can be tiring. Be sure to make time to recharge. Exercise, nutrition, sleep, and familiar routines can be our best coping skills during these busier times. Ask for and accept help. If you notice that you're overwhelmed or find yourself dreading any upcoming responsibilities that you've agreed to, ask for support. If someone offers to take a task off your list of to-dos, allow yourself to graciously accept if it gives you any feeling of relief. Sometimes we take on too much and find ourselves regretting our decisions. Asking for help or accepting help doesn't make you weak, it shows you're mindful of your limitations. You shouldn't feel guilty for accepting someone else's kindness. It gives those around you permission to do the same if they find themselves in a similar situation in the future. Remember, take care of yourself this holiday season. Find the joy in your surroundings wherever they may be, and remember, you are not alone. When you lose someone special, sadness deepens and loneliness can feel isolating. Holidays magnify that loss. Therefore, the need for support may be the greatest during the holidays. It is very natural to feel you may never enjoy this time of year again. Pretending you don't hurt and or it isn't a harder time of the year is just not the truth for you. But you can and you will get through the holidays. Talk about your grief. Don't worry about bringing anyone down. You're allowed to grieve and you're allowed to talk about it. Create boundaries with your time. If you need to take time for yourself, do it. Find a way to honor them. Start a new tradition that celebrates their memory. Set realistic expectations. You will probably be sad, angry, or upset, and that's okay. Allow yourself to feel all of your feelings. Resentment and anger are normal emotions. And last, check in with your needs. Reach out for hugs and let people know you need extra love. Now, it is time to discuss why it is important to set boundaries because they can help you by protecting your mental health by reducing chaos in your life. Let's face it, the most wonderful times of the year can be super stressful with friends, family, and colleagues pressuring you to do things outside of your comfort zone. Without limits, you could become emotionally exhausted. That's why we've noted several boundary specific tips to help you get through any event or holiday. First, plan ahead. Think about how you can best manage your time, money, and mental and emotional resources as you head into an event or holiday season. This will help you to preserve your emotional energy, have better relationships, prevent burnout, reduce stress and anxiety, and shore up your sense of self-control. Take time to respond when someone puts you on the spot. In that moment, you may feel pressure to say yes to a social engagement, but it's okay to buy yourself time. Saying something simple like the following examples will give you a chance to reflect. I need to check my kids' schedule. I need to speak with my partner first. Let me check my calendar. I'll let you know if that works. Then you can come up with a plan on how you'd like to respond. Next, offer options. Think about alternatives when you have to say no. If you can't make it to a relative's house for a holiday meal, invite them over for a weekend in the new year instead. If you can't make it to your office party, ask coworkers to go out for lunch to make up for it. Be flexible. Plan short visits with relatives or friends who may make you feel unsafe or uncomfortable. It's okay to bow out completely if needed. Kindly say, we appreciate the invitation, but we can't make it this year. Listen to your gut. Our gut instincts can warn us when a boundary is being crossed. You may feel like something is off or feel threatened in some way. Listen to those internal cues and respond in ways that make you feel safe and respected. Be assertive. I statements can help you practice assertive communication. For example, I feel anxious when you insist we go to your parents for the holidays because we neglect my family. What I need is to visit my parents this year too. Prepare for boundary crossings. Unfortunately, not everyone will respect your boundaries. There are several things you can do when someone crosses the line. For example, restate your boundary. You might have to repeat yourself a few times before the other person gets it. Follow through on your limits. Communicate what will happen if they continue to disregard your boundaries. Adjust the boundary. Is there wiggle room? If so, consider redefining your boundary. And end the relationship. When someone ignores your boundaries repeatedly, you may have to back away completely. Next, set realistic goals for traveling, hosting, and attending events. Remember to communicate your plans before the season kicks into high gear. Next, set a budget and stick to it to keep your stress levels in check. Decide how much money you can spend on things like food, gifts, decorations, and travel. And last, take turns visiting and spending time with relatives and/or friends and communicate your plans well enough in advance. So how does one stay in the moment? Try not to put all of your energy into just one day. Live and enjoy the present moment that you are in. Don't set yourself up for disappointment and sadness by comparing the here and now with the good old days of the past. Create new memories in this moment. Consider limiting your drinking and let others share the responsibility of holiday tasks. You don't have to do everything on your own. Healthy eating supports strong muscles and bones, boosts our immunity, helps the digestive system, and aids in weight management, among other health benefits. To eat healthier during the holidays and keep your stress levels in check, first choose small portions of food that are high in calories, saturated fat, or added sugars, and only eat them once in a while. Opt for healthier foods most of the time. At parties and other gatherings, fill your plate with your favorite fruits and vegetables first, then add those smaller portions of the less healthy items. If you're taking food to a party, make it your favorite holiday dish. Then you'll be sure that at least one item at the party will be a healthy choice that you enjoy. Make healthier versions of your traditional recipes by using ingredients with less fat and salt. And think about spicing up that baked fish or chicken dish by adding salsa or black bean sauce. The take home message: we all handle stress differently during the holidays. The key is how we choose to cope. Self preservation is important. Seasonal affective disorder, or SAD, is a type of depression that follows a seasonal pattern, usually during the fall and winter months when the daylight hours are shorter. The loss of light is the key factor. Grief is a natural response. Lean on support from family and friends. You are never alone. Holiday boundaries can help you get through the season with less stress. If they can be redefined, do so. If not, stay your course. And last, find the joy in your surroundings, wherever they may be. Stay in the moment and enjoy the time well spent. If you have any concerns about your mental health during the season or holidays, please consult your healthcare provider. SumaCare resources. Be sure to review your plan documents for the resources I have listed here. We always encourage an annual visit with your primary care provider. We offer condition and care management programs to help with chronic conditions or any complex needs that you may have. We do offer telephonic health coaching for lifestyle behavior management. You do have access to WebMD Health Manager through Plan Central, which gives you an opportunity to see a plethora of education, health trackers, goal setting tools, and a health assessment. You have access to SumaCare nurses through the 24-hour nurse line, 24/7, 365 days a year for your medical questions or concerns. You may have access to Teladoc Health, which is our telemedicine feature while traveling or in need for minor medical issues or concerns. We do offer our Quick Care Smoking Cessation program, which is a telephonic coaching program that offers limited nicotine replacement therapy. And you may have access to Husk Health and Wellness discounts. This access provides discounted health club memberships, nutrition programs, and educational resources. Here are the resources that were used to create this presentation. Thank you so much for your time and be well. And as always, follow SumaCare on any of the social media platforms listed below.